Hello language learners and welcome to Magna English. In this video, we're going to look at a bunch of phrasal verbs that we can use when we want to meet with or make plans with other people. There's quite a few to get through, so let's get started. Our first phrasal verb is meet up. This is an incredibly common phrase in English, so you may have heard this one before. When making plans with someone, we may say, "Would you like to meet later?" And this is absolutely fine, but it does sound a little bit formal. If we change that sentence to, "Would you like to meet up later?" it instantly becomes much more casual and much more informal, like we're speaking to a friend rather than a colleague at work. Here are some other examples of how we can use meet up. Alright, great, let's meet up at the restaurant. Oh, Alex, yeah, I met up with him at lunch yesterday. I'm meeting up with a friend this weekend. The phrase get together is very similar to meet up. We use it to make plans with a single person or a group of people. We can also use get together as a noun to describe the social event itself. Here's some examples. Should we get together on Friday? Maybe grab a drink. We should get together way more often. We always have so much fun together. Whenever you lot get together, it is always chaos. I'm having a get-together with my friends on my birthday. The next phrase is catch up. We normally use catch up when we haven't seen someone for a while and we want to update them with what's new and what's been happening in our lives. So the implication with this phrasal verb is that there is information that we want to share with or get from the other person. Here's some examples. So much has happened this week. I really need to catch up with you. Yeah, no problem. Let's catch up next weekend. If you're free later, maybe we could catch up over coffee. Let's catch up after work. Our next phrase is pick up. When used in a social context, pick up is normally used in a situation that involves a car. A good example of pick up is maybe we are driving to the cinema, but before we get to the cinema, we need to go to our friend's house to pick up our friends so we can go to the cinema together. Here's some other ways that we can use pick up. Yeah, I'm ready now. You can pick me up whenever. Could you pick me up from my house at 8 p.m. tonight? Yeah, we need to pick Dave up from the train station. What time is the taxi picking you up tonight? Our next phrase is drop off, which is pretty much the opposite to pick up. If we pick up someone at the beginning of a journey, we drop off someone at the end of the journey. So we use drop off when we leave someone at a particular location. Here's some examples. Yeah, by the looks of it, the taxi will drop me off at 6 p.m. After we pick Dave up from the train station, we need to drop him off at the supermarket. Could you drop me off at my house later? Our next phrase is have over. We normally use have over when we are inviting someone over to our home as a guest. Here are some examples of how we can use have over. Let me know when you're free. It would be great to have you over. I'd love to, but I can't have anyone over at the moment. I'm doing some home renovations. I'm having some friends over for dinner tonight. The phrase come over is very similar to the phrase have over, except come over is a little bit more informal and it doesn't always relate to our own home quite as much. So come over is used a little bit more generally when you want to invite someone to your current location, wherever that may be. Here's some other ways that we can use come over. I'm sorry, I won't be able to come over tonight. I'm a little bit busy. Yeah, I'm on the phone with Kanita right now. Shall I tell her to come over? Everyone's at the restaurant right now. Come over as soon as you can. What time should I come over tonight? Our next phrasal verb is make it. We generally use make it to express someone's availability for an event. Here's some examples. Can you make it tonight? Well, I'm going to be working tonight, but I should be able to make it. I've got loads of time. I'll make it no problem. They ran as fast as they could, but they didn't make it in time. The train left without them. The next phrase is kind of a double one. We have drop in and drop by. We use both of these phrasal verbs to describe visiting somewhere. But we use these phrasal verbs to describe visiting somewhere where we're not too worried about the time of when we arrive. So it's quite a casual phrase. I'll drop in at some point. We're not making a booking or an appointment. We're very casual about the time. Also, when we use either of these phrasal verbs, we could be implying that the duration of our visit is very short. Let's look at some examples. We're having a get-together at the pub later. You should drop by if you're free. I'm not sure if I'll make it on time, but I'll drop in at some point. And our last phrasal verb of the video is pop in or pop by. Now you may be saying, those look very similar to drop in, drop by. And you would be absolutely correct. There is a very small difference between them though. We use pop in and pop by to also describe visiting somewhere in a casual or an unexpected way. But we might use pop in and pop by a little bit more often when we know that we're not going to stay there very long, when the duration of our visit is very short or very brief. Here's some examples. We popped by the shops earlier and grabbed some snacks. Would you like to pop in for a cup of tea? I'd love to come over, but I'm a little bit busy at the moment. I might pop in later though. Thank you so much for watching. Phrasal verbs can be a bit tricky, but with practice, I'm sure you'll start to use them confidently. If this video has helped improve your English knowledge, it would be fantastic if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel for weekly content. Also, if there's any topics of English learning you'd like me to cover on this channel, let me know in the comment section down below. But for now, thank you again, and I'll see you soon.